What's going on, folk? As you can tell by the sound of my voice, I'm sick. I finally got sick. It's only been like a whole year, you know what I'm saying? So can't be mad at it, you know, I'm talking about the baby. So even though this video title is probably primarily titled for the green S13, there's a bunch of shit in the video because I got to work on other cars too. And as you'll see, some things go pretty good, some things don't, you know what I mean? Also, I like to point out, most importantly, Bloodthirsty sweatshirt on the website. As always, beanie, it is colder out. This is a lightweight sweatshirt. That's the heavier lightweight sweatshirt. So it's comfortable, it's easy to move around in, super soft inside. Plugging my own shit because, you know, my shit's tight, you know what I'm saying? And you know where to go, blood-thirsty.co. Feel me? So stick around, check out the rest of the show. Lit, baby.
Life is like a motherfucking dream. Fill my double cup up with some lean. Yeah, put my dick in your bitch plane. Yeah, rats come.
Yeah. Okay. Let's get it. What we doing? Said let's pop out. Pop out. Updated my roster, had to swap out. You can't find it cause it's not out. You know it ain't. Nigga, we ain't the same, we put the shit on for real. No side shit. Go! I hop on the plane, let's get it. Don't go nowhere without that money on me. I feel like on Mike, I got a suitcase with 200 for emergencies. Only 2 infinity braces, 100, low key, it ain't nothing to me. Shit, you tryna cuff em, but if I wanted the bitch, she coming with me. Fly to an island, hop off a jet, we at the sex retreat. Bitches running around geek, I ain't been home in weeks. It's a lot of more chicken to get, and I ain't been sleep. She left, she did me a favor. Now I done turned to a beast. I been getting so much you could, so this bitch told me she want me give her some eat. You kidding me? He tried to play with the game, fuck him. Bring out the broom and sweet. I BB the belt, diamonds on the buckle, leather crosses on the denim. Touch him, he ain't stepping, boy, that nigga a sucker. I'm having motion and muscle.
All right, folk, let's hard at the R32 for a minute. I really want this stupid fucking sway bar to work in this car, you know what I'm saying? And like, it just sucks because GK Tech site says that sway bar's for an S13, S chassis shit. And I think the reason being is that specifically R32 is different from the rest of the chassis. So I say that because I have 3 bushings here. I have the R chassis bushing, I have the S chassis bushing, then I have a Z32 chassis bushing. And they all have different variances, but the most key critical thing is that the S chassis and the Z32 chassis, the bushings for these are much bigger and the R chassis is much smaller, like by like a huge amount, like these are way smaller. So I've revisited this again and it really sucks. I will figure out how to put this in the car. I'm just not trying to devote that much time and effort into putting a stupid sway bar when the car itself needs more work. So with that said, I cleaned up a lot of the oil mess that this ended up getting from when my friend right here decided to push out all crankcase pressure and just pushed out oil and dumped it all over here, right? And then my stupid high power 2000 CFM fans, 2000 CFM per fan, pushed the rest of the oil all over shit this way, which really sucked too. So I try to clean up all that as best I can. You know, it has on the fuel rail, the injectors, left a puddle of oil on the intake manifold and all over the shock tower and the booster and all that. And if you watched the last video, you saw like me cleaning up all that shit. I put black silicone inside here so that way it would help seal inside the hole on top of having this grommet. These grommets, I know there shouldn't be enough pressure in the valve cover to push that off, but I wanted to try to like pack the hole with something that'll seal it all the way around on top of getting the grommet to kind of seal itself around the outside of the PCV vent, right? Plus zip tie, you know what I'm saying, to help it all out. Because zip tie, I don't want to put it, I mean, if it pops off, then I'll put a clamp there, but it shouldn't pop off, right? Not to mention, its current vacuum ports. They're only 10 AN, they're small, but they run to the tank here. So like, tank's a decent size. The opening for the top of this is actually, I think, about like 1 inch. So that was like one thing that like I had to like really like specify when I kept looking for these. These are cheap as fuck, like super cheap. And these are like Chinese fittings. These are Chinese lines, because to me, that shit doesn't really matter. So you don't really need to spend a ton of money on this little guy here. Just so that way it works, it looks good. You don't have to spend a ton of money, it fits. The tank's a little bit tall, but in all honesty, I can't really be mad. The tank definitely fits in a slender zone. I do want to put the tank in that corner over there, but I'd have to make a custom tank, because RBs are known, even without bad rings, RBs are known to have a lot of crankcase pressure. So, you know, breathers in the back of the valve covers with some like 12 AN lines, some big boys, and just run them right there so it's short. You know what I'm saying? That'd be a big help. But being that this car is, you know, she's got some low compression, so she got a little extra blow by, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, but yeah, that's all we're gonna do for the R32 now. And I'm gonna start working on this car more, just to get it more together, more working. There's a lot of issues I thought the car had that the car may not actually have. So I'm pretty pumped. I would like to put an idle air control valve in it, because cold start sucks. And then when you rev it up and it drops down, you have to like keep touching the gas to make sure like doesn't drop too low in the RPM band, you know what I'm saying? So like, there's that too, right? So yeah, we're gonna do some more shit though, so stick around, the baby.
Check it out, give me my spec. Check it out, give me my spec. Check it out, give me my spec. Check it out, give me my spec.
Hit the lights and I appear beyond the stratosphere of impeccable function. And if you're pretty, let your lady sleep in Carmel City. Beginning in the day, you're linen hunts for beach fronts to lit blunts. Now all agree with sipping OJ with the Dom P. Belts and bring it like it counts to be lutrified. CL is sexified and women spell me nationwide. You say you want my lips where and I can grab your what? I love your hips, legs, breast, faces with the firm butt. Now feel the muscle when I hustle in the bed sheets. Cause my manly treats can hit the fridge for more sweets. Splash and let me do my thing till it's hot and sweaty. Reload the camcorder, I guess by then you'll be ready. Cause all my children got one life to live, but knocking wifey out the box is clearly a negative. I'm in rugged wears with fancy facial hairs, and all the real shit come in pairs. I'm bouncing in the house, y'all.
Rock is in the house. CL is in the house. Rock is in the house. CL is in the house. Rock is in the house. CL is in the house. Rock is in the house. CL is in the house.
Back again, I'm here to win the bus rhymes and beats again. Copycats and rugrats, sit back and watch a champion. It's time to wreck shop and show the world I'm true to hip hop. So check the style and piece the niggas in the P now. Now it's the original funky chicken tactic. I run game on your brain for the fame, cause I'm active. You try to follow in my footsteps, you can't do it. I'm pulling your card, it ain't hard, I don't have to prove it. It's Pete Rock and CL Smooth to the utmost. From coast to coast, the music makes you overdose. You fiend for the gangster lean that makes you scream. Rugged raw soul on the scene, aka the funk duo, numero uno. That means number one, I get the job done, plus I pack a gun. So run, tell your people, yo, be on the lookout. It's all about who's in the house with the funk.
Rock is in the house. CL is in the house. Rock is in the house. CL is in the house. Rock is in the house. CL is in the house. Rock is in the house. CL is in the house.
Money up steps the new era of my lyrical terror. Funkadelic for lighting up spots ever since little tots. When the dust settle, we're packing heavy metal plenty. The drop is slaughter many, strictly off illegal entry. It's elementary watching. I drive a Benz, not a Datsun. Before my kicks hit the stage, we've been foot locking. Body rocking to keep the ladies flocking with a concoction. Ripping your blouse for no less than arrest in Morehouse. My teeth grits where my knife slits. We train them and scar them like pits. All vibes that a mecha joint provides. In position, never running out of ammunition. Now to the heart, I'm stepping with a concealed weapon. Nothing's calm when the bomb blaze, you know the phrase. It's Pete Rock and CL Smooth knocking nowadays. East side kid, you don't want none, so get your relay. I'm letting off on anybody trying to steal my DJ.
Rock is in the house. CL is in the house. Rock is in the house. CL is in the house. Rock is in the house. CL is in the house. Rock
this bitch named Trash. She had a hella fine ass, can ass, blew my hole in the past. Cigarette gave me gonorrhea, pussy dick to the tippy toe like ballerina. Boy, you should have seen her. She had a baby face cream of Farina, called her talking Tina. I put my dick in a room, she blew my head like a balloon. I had her walking on the moon.
Yo, I seen you at the 5 and dime, wasting your time. Oh, you shine. I'm looking at your ass from behind. You walk by smelling like watermelon. You might make me a felon. My eyeballs swelling, my nuts start yelling. Excuse my prick, wanna have a talk with you. I'm sick, my medicine is can I walk with you? Fair physique, after that we could cheat. Laid on the bed, handcuffed with hard meat. Long stroke, smack it broke. Nothing can't stop my continuous poke. Compound, porno flick music. Daddy came with it when I wrote it.
Dirt dog be bouncing on bitches like frog. I pollute the air up like small bitch. I'm up in my jacuzzi, peeping this movie. My bitch is a floozy, dirt dog ain't choosy. Pussy move me, pretty black dick up in the booty. I like it muddy and swampy. By now you find your ass up shitty creaky. Don't got no fucking room, me and my mama in my TV. Blackberry squeeze, bitch you a tease. Titties small, I got used to the squeeze. Fuck that shit, I'm through with this bitch. Oh hen please, can't get a bank of these welfare cheese. Now I can blow 50 G's overseas. I'm doing the breeze in my A50.
Suicidal, she been in more hotels than Bibles. Idol worshiping bitch, rather than type to make vital. Strong on how the bitch maneuver the tongue from the top of his deck to the bottom of his ass split. I told the guard the jet quick, this wicked bitch was a harlot, but had him trapped up inside the Charlotte web. She was the choosy fuck for moving and loosely. Cigarette, pussy stay wet and juicy like lemons. Big ass and tight denim. Had the most faithful niggas sinning against the women and enjoy to watch relationships get destroyed. This unemployed welfare bitch was non-void and shameless. Her attitude was blameless, even though she had 100 dicks on her nameless. Her obsession caused niggas to get the ass cheek injection. The bitch lied, said she had urinary tract infection. I tried to warn him and bomb him, but she condom. Caused the nigga to fuck a raw dog without no condom.
Shut the fuck up. Hey yo, is that Mexican OT? Longhorns on the escalator, I'm riding on the boot. See the lost, pull up behind us, I told Shorty keep it cool. Poet deuce, off the drink, I'm acting rude. OT, can I have a picture? No bitch, I'm not in the mood. Ho, move. My slap was double stuffed like Oreos, I'm blowing O's like glory hoes. You know how this story goes, I popped out with some hoary hoes. We made good pornos at home, I got the shit saved in my phone. Bitch, I don't Texas to the bone, a country boy like Post Malone. I be slipping in some up like ostrich, I be sipping on codeine coffee. It put me in the codeine coffin. Didn't I still be flossing? Found a white bitch in state from Austin. Can't trust a hoe, I stay cautious. Got a bad bitch with an accent from Boston. Hop a tail bitch, we gon' have her ass tossed. In the NYC eating on chopped cheese. Stupid bitch and her ass knock knee. This that OT, no it cannot be. I don't see no boots or diamonds that bling. Bag of Texas eating pecans with lean. I'm in the kitchen whipping up cuisine. I'm drinking oil like I am a machine. Punch them dead and it's my bullets, tooth out the ring. Longhorns on the escalator, I'm riding on the boot. See the lost, pull up behind us, I told Shorty keep it cool. Poet deuce, off the drink, I'm acting rude. OT, can I have a picture? No bitch, I'm not in the mood. Ho, move.
Hey, she came up for a pic, next thing you know, she sucking dick. I got walk hard in my soda like my hoes, I like it thick.
Alright, so let's talk about the green car, which is like the main focus of today's video. Not today's video, this video. I don't want to say today's video because I do a video every week, right? So the green car, man, she looking unhappy, you know what I'm saying? She's taken apart a little bit, but it's all for a better cause. And of course, you know, I have the body kit for sale on Marketplace, and it's the rear skirt, side skirts, front bumper, hood, and fenders. So like you get like a whole front clip plus side skirts and a rear skirt. So like you're like tight overnight, you know what I'm saying? And I had somebody, you know, locked in for it, and they really wanted the kit. And then when they found out that it didn't include the rear wides, I'm just like, yo, like, I gotta buy another set of rear wides, and I'm not gonna buy the same set again, you know what I mean? So like, there's only one other rear quarter panel I'd put on the car, and that's a Spirit Ray quarter panel, right? So it's like, I can't get a hold of those for the hatch anyways. You can find them for the coupes all days. And I gotta the only way I'm pulling those, I like these quarter panels anyways. It's like one of my favorite set styles. You know what I'm saying? Like it's one of my favorite designs, one of my favorite styles, because there's a ton of them out there. And, you know, I don't want to get rid of it if I can't get the other one. You know what I mean? So it's like, might as well just keep it. And, you know, so the deal ended up falling through. The guy tried to offer me more money. I'm like, yo, like if I can't get quarter panels, there's no fucking point. You know what I'm saying? So like, it sucked because like, when you go to sell something to somebody, it's nice to try to clean it up a little bit. Now, some things, you know what I'm saying, like, I always try to, like, whenever I sell something to somebody, I always try to clean it up so it's not so dirty or dingy or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But some things, you know, they're harder to clean, like a full use clutch, right? I sold a $300 clutch that I had left over that was in perfect working order for like 50 bucks because fucking deal, you know what I mean? Someone bought it, and like, I couldn't really clean that up because like the clutch debris is like a lot. You'd take it all the way apart, clean each individual section, put it all back together. I'm just like, you know what I'm saying? Put it in a box. You can take the box is clean, right, in general. But like, generally speaking, it's good practice to, when you sell something, like if I buy something, I don't want to, like if I buy a drive shaft, right? I don't want to buy some fucking oils covered fucking nasty shit that's all fucking trash, right? When you purchase something, you want to feel good about your purchase, so clean it up, make it nice, and make it presentable, right? Especially selling body panels, of course, you want to wash it up, make it, you know, clean, presentable, and nice, and good to go, right? That's like a little professional courtesy, the things that I've learned. You know, I've been in the automotive industry for a long time, for a very long time. So with that, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you're selling shit, man, get your shit right, do your shit right, you know what I'm saying? So anyways, let's go to the back of the car real quick, little bit. Hold up. Let me walk back here. Let me open the thing a little bit. Oh, it's harder to see now, but you know, shit's everywhere. But in the event of me wanting to put everything back into the car that the car has, that I have not only everything that I not only have for the car in my house, but also things that I've taken off the car that I want to put back on. And off camera, of course, I ended up, man, where are you focusing here? There we go. Off camera, I ended up cleaning up the cover and not tightening the bolts, of course. So that's okay. So while I tell you about this, let me just undo this bolt. But I painted that just so it looks a little bit cleaner. Washed it so it was nice because it was all nasty. Painted the top hat too, which of course I didn't like video recording painting this stuff because I was running out of time and temperature was dropping very quick, which will make it not good. But for fuel top hats, especially like these style ones, and they're not plastic, they have a specific like zinc coating on them and shit. Let me just, hold on. Let me put this in here a little bit. Hold up. They have a certain type of coating on them. And when they have that coating, it's important. Yo, get in this fucking, there we go. All right. They have like a specific coating. And it's important to get this coating. I mean, man, I'm fucking that all up. It's important to not remove that coating because that coating is going to help prevent it from rusting. Even if it is rusting, even if, you know what I'm saying, like some spots, you still want to keep as much of that as you possibly can. So I gave it a light scuff, a full clean. You saw we put the fuel pump in there. What happened? What else happened? I can never remember. Like I do shit and like I always forget like what I end up doing. But the new fuel pump, the old fuel pump was a Warble 255, so that's good. There's what else we got in there? I don't know, some other bullshit, whatever. But new fuel pump, and I soldered the wires for the new connector. So when you buy new fuel pumps, they'll come with new connectors with new wires. A lot of times you can just splice it into the old wires, the power wires, just cut them and splice them, crimp them, solder them, whatever. I like to now remove all the old wiring in favor of the new wiring that I have now. You know what I'm saying? So I unsolder off the hanger and solder in the new wires, which I guess, in my opinion, is probably gonna be a lot better. So did all that. That's a lot nicer. So you have nice, new, fresh wiring, and it's fantastic. Uh-oh, here, truck stopping. Are you gonna come here, deliver a package? Probably. Oh, maybe not, maybe not. Okay, that's surprising. Get a lot of shit here all the time. Oh, might have spoken too soon. Yeah, I might have spoken too soon. Anyways, Hold up. Let me holler at you in a minute, because they're definitely coming here. Sorry for the distractions. I get a lot of shit all the time, so it's part of it, right? But yeah, so did the fuel pump, got all that shit popping. Nice new shit, new wiring, new pump, new filter, new everything. The gas tank itself was actually in really good shape, which I'm surprised considering, like, the fuel. I don't know if you're watching from other countries or wherever you might be from, but we have a lot of ethanol in our fuel here in the United States, and even though it's a low content, it's very corrosive. It eats fuel lines, it'll eat fuel filters, it'll eat your fuel pump, it'll eat so much little shit. And that's why, like, injector cleaners and shit are so big now, because all this shitty fuel is like eating everything up, you know what I'm saying? So that's why, like, I have an E85 fuel pump in there now, and the fuel lines, even though they're stock style, so like there's a good chance that they will degrade over time too, because it's still rubber line versus like a PTFE line. But this car is way more simple, super simple. Don't gotta go crazy on it, you know what I mean? So we got that done while the car was up in the air. Ended up doing the rest of my clutch master. The clutch slave. So I did the clutch master on, you know, some videos ago, did the clutch slave because I was already down there, and I forgot. Let me open this up for you. Hold on. And I forgot that, oh wow, I'm using my head, this is interesting. I completely forgot that the original, let's see if we can see it here. So the original lines that hold all the shit on in here, wow, that's quite the focus. All the original lines are held on by like brackets and like different dumb shit. So for now, because I'm not driving the car anywhere, I've just tucked it up in the zone. It looks like it's touching the steering rod there, but it's not. So I just tucked that shit up in the corner, and it'll hang out there for the moment, you know what I mean? It's not a big deal right now. I'll pull it off later on. And of course, like, when I was doing that right at the end, it started to fucking rain on me. So I'm just like, God, you know what I mean? Like, it's always kind of like fighting something. So like, I had to spend like a couple hours like not doing shit, which could have worked on something else, but at that time I kind of needed the break anyways. So I just wrapped that up real quick. Now I need to add fuel lines actually in the engine bay. I ordered a few extra pieces actually. Man, I gotta pay attention to what I'm doing with the camera here. I gotta actually add, I bought new rubber feet for the top and 2 rubber feet for the bottom of the radiator. The radiator line, the hose lines are about purple ones, because I thought it would be kind of cool to have like colors, you know, kind of bring back the old early 2000s vibe and shit, but the color's ass as fuck, but I'm still gonna put it on anyways. Still gotta do the belt for this whole setup, so I have to pull the fan back off. I used bolts instead of the little 10 mil nuts because I had fresh bolts, so I gotta like wrestle that. That's gonna be a pain in my ass. And it sits super firm, super tight in there, so like it's gonna be really hard. See me already clean the fan and shit in another video, but whatever, and install the intake manifold and everything. So if you haven't seen that, you can go back to another video and check that out. So I gotta wrap up some of the fuel line shit, and then, you know, now that the clutch sits together, I can actually put clutch fluid in there, bleed it enough to where it works. From what I understand, the clutch in this car is pretty much dead, but if you drive it normal, it'll still work. So with that, basically the idea is just to get it to work again, drive it so it's driving all over again, and then after that, you know, I have a spicy clutch for it when I go to fix this engine bay, because, you know, the bay looks like absolute shit. But, you know, I'm still doing a couple things, relocated the power steering, put the new intake manifold on, gotta change the piping, gotta buy a new intercooler, because if you look, this one's tweaked as fuck. And that's old shit, you know what I mean? Like, if it works, that's great, but like, it's old, it's tweaked. You know what I mean? Like, the car was crashed here in this corner, so like, we've already replaced a leg and shit, so like, it needs love. It needs me to pull this swap out. It needs me to address the whole bay, get it right, get it tight, you know, pull the fenders, do the whole gig. So there's a lot of work left to be done. I still have to change the oil in this motor, you know what I'm saying? So there's not such old shit in here. And like, you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of due diligence still left in this whole procedure here, but I still want to just get that thing to drive. And the whole point of like me putting more parts just on the car and getting it going more and more and more, of course I want to drive it. But at the same time, I also still need to get everything that's I have left over for it sitting in the house, wherever, on the car. You know what I'm saying? Because the car, I am moving, so I got to put things on the cars to make it easier for me to move. Otherwise, you know how it goes. You put shit somewhere, you lose it, or you throw it out, or someone else throws it out by accident while you're moving, and the next thing you know, you can't find parts. You got to spend $1,000 buying parts you fucking lost. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want those problems. Try to put as much of the parts on the car, in the car as possible. That way it stays together. You know what I mean? So I had a battery relocate kit for the car. Let's go here. Yeah, it's still messy, but you know, we working on things, babe. So I have a battery relocate kit, and I've had this for years, like easily over 10 years I've had this for. Yeah, like probably 12 years. And like, my dumbass got this as a gift, a fantastic gift, right? And I'm like, oh, I need the biggest battery box. And like a dumbass, I didn't realize how much footprint this really takes up. And this is more for like, I don't know, shoving underneath like a frame on a truck or something. And like the wiring kit that I got is fucking really nice for this car too. But like the battery box I got, I'm just like, yo, everywhere I try to place it, it's so big, I can't fit it. You know what I mean? So I'm like, oh, I'll fit it here in the corner. And I'm like, oh, no, it can't fit anything. Oh, I'll fit it behind the seat. It's huge. It doesn't really, you know what I mean? Like, it can't fit behind the seat. So even though I don't like Optima batteries, I'm probably gonna do the same Optima battery shit like I have in the R32, to where I have a bracket in the bottom that I can mount easy. Well, it's not that easy, but like it's way more doable, right? So I'm gonna mount the battery bracket somewhere else. The Optima battery prices now aren't that expensive considering regular batteries like the same price. So I'm gonna do this again. So I have a plate that holds the battery sits, I can put it wherever, and I actually have a dead battery, a fucked up one, right over here. So I can just take this and I can use this right here as like a space, you know what I mean? So I can get an idea of like where it's gonna go, what it's gonna do, you know what I'm saying? So I can just dump that thing anywhere. That fucking battery's trashed. Forget what happened to that thing, to be honest with you. I think it came out of my black GTR. So yeah, I'm probably forgetting a bunch of shit. Oh yeah, like the interior. Pulled out the air blower vent, squirrel cage, a little spinny boy. Clean that shit up because it's fucking nasty, like super nasty, super dusty. And a lot of the car is very old. She's very dusty. Oh shit. She's very old, she's very dusty. And you can see I have like the wires hanging out. And like I've had the dash brace and I have the dashboard also in the house. So like, just like having these things like not inside, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like the steering column can now mount to the dashboard. And like this can now be put back in here because I don't need this out anymore. I sprayed it black with some like rusty cover spray shit. You know, it's still gonna rust, of course, no matter what. But unless you like blast it and powder coat it, get everything super clean, which I'm not gonna do that. But cleaned the cage, did that shit, realized that I had it clocked the wrong direction because of this little tube right here. Hold on a second. Yeah, this tube right here, I had it facing outwards. So I had to reclock it, face it back inwards, which this could be the wrong direction too, but at least that tube lines up. So yeah, but now I have like the column for the steering. I still have to like bolt it on and find the bolts where I put those, of course, but now that's more solid. I have to put this wheel in the correct direction because it's very not right. Double check the rack alignment, stuff like that. But like for now, like the car is together, well, together. I still have to throw the dashboard back in here and shit too. So we'll, you know, I'll get to that shit, but not yet, you know what I mean? The dashboard might just get placed in the car, but I'd rather probably work more in that zone there, put like all the AC ducts back in and like get the wiring back to where it's supposed to go, plugged in, all that bullshit, so that way I don't have to pull the dashboard back out. You know what I mean? I would like to try to get the dashboard blowers and that bullshit to work again. So like, that'd be nice, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, we're done with the green car for now. Got some more cars to work on because that's just life, you know what I mean?
Explosive, West Coast shit, my niggerish ways attract girls that used to turn they back, causing me to yank they arm and pose like I would do them all. Now I'm saying thank you cause they tell me my shit's the bomb. Explosive, for my niggas drinking cognac, smoking weed, always pack more than one firearm, chrome rim My shit's the bomb, explosive.
West Coast shit, nigga. Overdosage, imperial pistols, ferocious. Fuck a bitch. Don't tease, bitch. Strip tease, bitch. Eat a bowl of these, bitch. Gobble a dick. Host forgot to eat a dick and shut the fuck up. Gargle and swallow a nut up. Shut up and get my cash. Backhanded. Pimp slap backwards and left stranded. Just pop your collar. Pimp convention hoes for $1. 6 deuce in the plush, 6 deuce in Impala. Pimpin' hoes from Texas to Guatemala. Bitch niggas pay for hoes. Just to lay with hoes. Relax one night and pay to stay with hoes. Captain save them all day. Well say this dick, bitch nigga. You more of a bitch than a bitch. You ain't into hitting pussy or hitting the switch. You into hitting bitches off of the grip, you punk bitch. Bitch.
All my real dogs still kicking with me. All my down hoes still tricking with me.
Aw shit, folk, you already know. Back at it, still at it, you know. So my girl's drift car, right? So this car's fucking sick, by the way. I mean, it's cool as shit. You know, big fucking wing. Like, I love black cars, and I like the way 350Zs look a lot. They're not for me, and it's like I don't like the interiors on them, the way they feel inside, but they look sick as fuck. Like, these are cool cars. So she keeps knocking off her rear bumper, and I'm like, you know, what the fuck do you keep doing? She goes, oh, the zip tie's broke. We only had the corner zip tied, but like, ever since we added the lower skirt, now the car is just breaking the corners off because the rear skirt hangs down so low to the side in the ground that, like, you know what I'm saying, like, you could fuck it up. So ended up, like you saw in the video, ended up reinstalling the bumper. I put a pin here and a pin on that side with a screw that drilled straight down, and that's because all the clips inside here are either damaged, broken, missing, something, right? So like, put pins down this way so that with the bumper, to get it to remove, just unscrew it here, unscrew it there. In the future, I will probably end up doing like a riv nut, so that way it's like an actual like 10 mil or 8 mil bolt. But for now, and what sucks is I forgot that the exhaust is pushed up against the side here, so it actually shifted the whole bumper over. So when I put this pin in, I'm like, oh wow, man, my gaps are really tight and nice. That's fantastic. And where I was standing, it looked great. So I pinned it, I'm like tight. I go on the other side, I'm like, man, what the fuck's going on over here? And then after I pinned that side, I'm just like, oh fuck. So like, the exhaust is pushing the bottom of it now over and shit. And it makes it a little funny in this corner and on the other side too. I have to, as you saw, like the bumper was like the ends, instead of being around, they're split open like this. So like a bolt that goes through, the bumper just slides out through it. So for now, it just threw zip ties back in the corner, but now that the bumper's pinned, the bumper shouldn't just fall off. It could just zip on. And again, I'm gonna fix that more proper later, so the bumper's like actually fixed the car like it should be. So we're just not there yet right now because still trying to work on other shit, get shit to move. This car's now moving, it's working. Still have to do more things to this car too, but for now, we got the bumper back on track and she can still drive it around as long as she can fucking knock it off again, which she still might, of course, just part of it, right? So yeah, that's the Z, and we got more shit to keep going on, you know what I'm talking about?
The road get rocky again, I'm back in this thing and I brought me a friend. My sin and thought it could win, I throw up a prayer, it's gone with the wind. Okay, in the studio, locked in the gym. Verses, they turn into hymns. I got my back, I get bored at the rim. God got my back, so I'm chillin' just like a massage. I've been beefing with General Zod, but I know that my general God. Ain't no hook on this, chillin', just nod. Ain't no book on this, I had to grind. But the book from the Lord in my mind. Know the world to get cold outside, so I cook in my court inside. It's a beat we gon' eat, I'll slide. In the booth we got forks and knives. I'm in Eden, my Lord in the skies. And he knew way before my design, way before I was photo of pride. Take a picture, you'll see the disguise. Ain't no fiction, the truth in the eyes. Promise said that the land was mine, I had to go get it. I saw me a giant, I had to go slay it. Like David Goliath, I had to repay him. He sent me new lines, I had to relay him. Forgot on I gotta re-say him. The father of time, the mastery maker, the Optimus Prime, the Alpha Omega, the master of mind, the galaxy shaker, the one up above, biggest creator.
All right, my Lincoln, my Lowrider. Let's open up some doors. All right, so, oh shit. All right, so speaking about my Lowrider, right? Originally, I had the factory steering wheel in here, and with the factory wheel, it had cruise control, and it also had the volume button, you know, which the volume button I kind of understand a little bit, but like this is kind of always within arm's reach anyway, so like that's kind of, you know, whatever. But to have like the hand controls and the buttons on each side, so when I did the Nardi, I had got rid of all that shit, but I didn't like cut anything. I just like removed shit as carefully as I could. So that thin white strip, let's get that. That thin white strip is the strip that goes inside your wheel, the little where the clock spring goes. So when you cut your wheel left and right, it just like, it's super thin. It doesn't get bound up or anything like that, right? So that's your wiring connection, super thin guy. So I ran that from here. Hold on. We ran it from here, as you saw. I ran it underneath. Is he peeking through? Yeah, a little bit in there. Ended up running the cruise control to here. And in the video, I was gonna test this to show you like all like this works and everything. But I already tested this on my way to work. Since I drive this car to work pretty much every day. So like with that, it doesn't have to have cruise control, because like each leg of I have a 30-minute drive to work, which isn't too bad. Each leg doesn't really require cruise control, but like my last leg to work is like the place I prefer to use it the most, if anything. So like I used to use it before because it's nice. Like the only vehicles I have that have cruise control is the town car, which is a Lincoln, and my silver GTR. My truck doesn't have cruise control. My black R35 doesn't have cruise control. You know, the 32 and the S13 don't have cruise control. You know what I'm saying? Like these are the only two cars that have cruise control, which is crazy. So like, you know, since it worked, my concern was that like for some reason, if I plugged in one side but not the other, like the little volume clicker button, that it wouldn't work. But being this is a 90s car still, there's no reason if you plug it in, the shit should just work. You know what I mean? It's not like a CAN bus system where like if you unplug one thing or like one sensor goes bad, everything stops fucking working. You know what I mean? So like we hear where we're supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So this works, which is fantastic. You know what I mean? And considering also like the seats in the car, the motors don't work for this for shit. Like that seat too. So like it's nice that like that does work. Like the heat doesn't work in this car. You know what I'm saying? Like so it's very fucking cold out, and this car is basically a giant ice box. So I wear like 2 jackets, like super heavy jackets, super heavy beanie, and like I drive to work fucking cold as shit, and then like 30 minutes later I get to work. You know what I'm saying? Like it sucks, but it is what it is, right? So yeah, it's awesome. It works. I am going to end up putting this better. You know what I mean? Like I might get real crafty and like trace this out and put it here on the dash so I can just push it. But it lights up, it does work. I mean, I'll try to find another one that looks better than this, because like it's pretty worn from all the years of, you know, whatever, even though this car's got 70,000 miles. But I would like to try to put it like right here, so while I'm driving I can just push the button, you know what I'm saying, and just like, yeah, on, off. And that's what's cool, is like you click on, you set it, you're done. And you can feel the gas pedal start to move. Like you'll feel like the cruise control like grab the throttle body and start to pull it and like do shit. So it's really cool. So yeah, hopefully that'll be in the future too. But like that's something I want to do for a while. That's like a little creature comfort that I've wanted to do, to put back into my lowriders, because like this car is cool as fuck. You know what I'm saying? You've seen it. So yeah, let's do some more things. Probably the last thing I'm gonna do today. Last but not least, threw a quart of oil in my wife's Supra. If you don't know, the Mark V Supras, certain years, have kind of oil consumption issues, and we actually changed the oil weight from 0.20 to 5.20. So to help kind of combat that, just a touch thicker oil. And she drives the car absolutely fucking everywhere. The car's a 2021, and like, man, she's got like 70,000 miles on this fucking thing. She goes absolutely everywhere. So it's a turbo car. It's naturally gonna burn a little bit of oil. My silver GTR burns oil, you know what I mean? Like, it's just part of the nature, but I feel that car burns oil a little bit too much, you know what I mean? And apparently in 2021 year specifically, they burn the most. So, you know, it is what it is, but quick little, I don't want to call it a montage, but you know what I'm saying? Pull a little life lube back into that car, you know what I mean? But yeah, if you made it this far in the video, I appreciate you watching as always, you know what I mean? Check out the merch. I put the link in the description for the merch in every video. And if you know from previous videos, I'm gonna be moving. So like having access to the garage and like all my tools and like all my shit is gonna be very, very, very minimal. So like, still gotta work on all that shit too. So the new place is gonna have some challenges at first until I get the shop built. So I'm gonna build a shop on the new place. I'm gonna have more property, more shit. So we're gonna be, trust me, I'm gonna try to crank that fucking vibe. This is 2025, we're in the new year now. I'm trying to crank the vibe up. I wanna get more of my shit dialed in. I wanna start traveling for events. I wanna start doing more things. So let's see how it fucking goes. You know what I mean? So yeah, I appreciate you again for watching. Always, 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 anything you do in life, just remember to stay sucker free. Feel me?